been a growing number of questions of why police seem slow to react to the shooters. But at a press conference, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns defended officers.
New South Wales Police acted with bravery and integrity. They didn't take a backward step. They engaged the gunman on the footbridge with handguns. The offenders had long-range rifles, and New South Wales police officers were responsible for killing one of them and shooting the other one, and as a result, saving many people's lives. Now, there are 2 officers in critical care in New South Wales hospitals at the moment. They weren't shot in the back as they were running away, they were shot in the front.
Phil Mercer is at the vigil on Bondi Beach. He gave me the latest on what we know about the alleged attackers.
Well, the Australian Federal Police is saying that these 2 individuals went to the Philippines in the month before these attacks here at Bondi Beach, and Filipino authorities say that they were there from the 1st of November until the 28th of November. The older gunman travelling on an Indian passport and the younger suspect, his son, travelling on his Australian passport. Now, the in Australia saying that these 2 men received military-style training at an unknown location, most likely on Mindanao Island near the city of Davao. But the police here aren't confirming any of those details. They say, yes, these 2 men were in the Philippines, but they don't know the exact circumstances. So safe to say, this investigation into the atrocity here at Australia's most famous beach now has a significant international component.
Phil, we just heard that clip of the New South Wales Premier Chris Minns defending the actions of officers on the day, but there is anger and there are questions from the Jewish community about what's perceived as a possibly slow response from officers.
Yes, a lot of it depends on who you speak to, but some of the witnesses we've encountered in the last couple of days say that there seemed to have been quite a long lag between the first gunshots being heard and police on the scene. But of course, as Chris Minns pointed out, this was a very fluid situation, and also a situation that was full of panic and chaos, and very difficult for the police to have come in any earlier, I think, than they did. That's certainly the view of Chris Minns. Criticism too of the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and his response to a rising tide of anti-Semitism. He says he's taking it very seriously.
You're actually on Bondi Beach right now, aren't you? What's going on? What are people saying?
This has been the epicenter for floral tributes and prayers and silent reflection for the last 2 days. And looking around now, Alex, this is the biggest crowd that we've seen. Thousands of people. We've had Jewish prayers, of course. The Jewish Festival of Lights is into its 3rd day, and now we're having an indigenous smoking ceremony. This is a ceremony from First Nations Australians, a bending ceremony. So I would really sum up the scene here as very quiet and respectful, but there's also a lot of defiance here as well.
And Phil, Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has been visiting one of the heroes.
Yes, he is Ahmed, Australia's hero. This is the man you will remember who wrestled a gun from one of the attackers, and this man was injured himself and undergoing surgery, and had a very well-known visitor in the Prime Minister. And it's safe to say at the moment, Ahmed is probably more famous than the Prime Minister is in this country at the moment, and his heroism really has shone a light into all of this darkness. There are more than 20 people